Clancy has been out for a little while now, and as you know, I've been doing these videos where I compare the albums 21 Pilots have made. So far we've done Clancy vs. Trench and Clancy vs. Blurryface, and today I wanted to compare Clancy versus Vessel. Now for me, I think Vessel and Clancy are like a 1A, 1B type of scenario for me. Trench is my all-time favorite 21 Pilot album, and if we had a tier just below Trench, it would be literally Clancy and Vessel. So I thought it would be a lot of fun to look at each track and give them an album battle and break down each song and explain why I like the songs the way I do. Now before we get into it, I will say that Vessel is very much a nostalgic album for me and has a lot of meaning for me. This album really is so special to me. So some of these songs you might disagree with my ranking, but it's just my personal opinion. There's no right or wrong here. If you guys disagree, I totally get it. I would love to know your guys' rankings down below, so feel free to do that. I did switch up some of the track list as per usual just to make some of the matchups more fair. I don't want a song like At the Risk of Feeling Dumb to take on something like Truce or Trees. I think it's more fun to match them up against a fairer song with a similar vibe. I think this one's going to be a lot of fun because, as I said, I love both of these albums. And I also feel like Clancy has a very heavy like Vessel vibe to it, just more like mature maybe. So let's not waste any more time. Let's just hop right into this. The first matchup is Overcompensate versus Ode to Sleep, and I'm already stressing. I'm already struggling to figure out what I want to say here. If you watch my other videos, I'll just say this right now, it is going to spoil some of my answers. Overcompensate's like one of my favorite 21 Pilot songs. It's really high up on my Clancy list, but they've always opened their album so strongly where I haven't been able to give Overcompensate a win. Jumpsuit's my favorite 21 Pilot song of all time. Heavy Dirty Soul is just too much of a classic for me to let Overcompensate overtake it right now. And I gotta say the same thing about Ode to Sleep, I feel like. Let's break down the songs though. Overcompensate, obviously a banger, really well written. I love the confidence he portrays on the song. I love the drumming. I love the instrumental switch up. I love the singing. I feel like it's a perfect way to start an album, and that's exactly what it does. It really gets you just so ready for the album Clancy. And then we have Ode to Sleep, which the name alone gives it points, you know? Ode to Sleep, phenomenal title for the song. His singing on this is amazing. His rap verses are great. This was like one of the first 21 Pilot songs I've ever heard, and I was like, oh my god, this is phenomenal. Both these songs are literally like perfect songs to me, but I can't let Ode to Sleep lose. I'm sorry, this is one of those ones that's just so important to me. Ode to Sleep is taking the win. Very close, as Overcompensate will always make it very close. I can't believe Overcompensate is yet to take a win in one of these album battles. It breaks my heart. But I do have Ode to Sleep taking this one. 1-0 to Vessel. The next matchup is also insanely tough. Maybe the toughest matchup we have. We have Next Semester taking on Holding On To You. As I mentioned with the last song, Ode to Sleep, Holding On To You is maybe even more of a classic. It maybe means even more to me than Ode to Sleep does. This song is phenomenal. Holding On To You is literally a legendary 21 Pilots song. They still do it at live shows, like it's that important. Rapping is great, lyrics are top tier, singing is amazing. I love the instrumental. There's so many like switch ups in this song. The Entertain My Faith part, oh my god. This song is literally one of the most perfect songs 21 Pilots has ever made. And then we have Next Semester, which I can literally say all these same things about. His singing is great. This song is so catchy. The drumming and instrumentals just perfect. The lyrics are so deep and meaningful. This is such a toss-up, but call me crazy. I know how important these songs both are. But for me, I think Next Semester is just as, if not more important and meaningful than Holding On To You. And I can't say the same for Overcompensate. I don't think it's as meaningful or special to me as it is for Ode to Sleep. That's why I got the win. With this one, it's literally like both of these songs are so special and important and incredible. And if you know me, you know that Next Semester is one of my favorite 21 Pilot songs of all time. I'm gonna give this one a Next Semester, but this is like the closest, most painful round I've ever had to rank yet. Let's just move on. It's 1-1. This is a fun little matchup. Backslide versus Migraine. There's definitely some differences in these songs. I think they're both phenomenal though. Backslide, of course, super catchy, has such a powerful, meaningful chorus. The The rap verses are really great. I love his flows. I love his cadence on this one. The instrumental's pretty simple, but also feels so grand and like epic. I love the outro to the song with the very like electronic sound. When I first heard this chorus, it literally like sent me to a new dimension. Like this song is amazing. I love Backslide so much. I don't care. And then same thing with Migraine. Like, oh my God, this song is amazing. Rapping is phenomenal. Singing is great. I love the intro to this song. It's very iconic. I think this song's super unique. I love when the beat just like stops and then comes back. I love like the inner battle he has throughout this track, apologizing for yelling, all of that. I think this song is so good. And as much as I love Backslide, I do think Migraine's gonna have to take this one. It's another classic on Vessel. This is such a tough matchup. I already know this score is going to be neck and neck. Like, there's no way it's not going to be. Gonna give this one to Vessel and Migraine. It's 2-1 Vessel now. Here's our first track switch up. I'm going to put Midwest Indigo taking on Car Radio. Very different songs. Midwest Indigo's a banger. It's such a banger. Written about Ohio. Gives us a very, like, nostalgic feeling going back in Tyler's life. I love the instrumentals of this. It's like a rock song. The chorus is insanely catchy. I love his verses. I think this song's like honestly excellent. And then we have Car Radio, which is another timeless classic upon the Vessel tracklist. Lyrics are so deep and meaningful. The song, I feel it's very relatable for people. Sometimes Quiet is Violent is one of the most iconic lyrics they've ever put down on paper. Instrumental goes crazy. There's a lot of switch ups and a lot of variety throughout this song. This song live is also just one of the best experiences I've ever had at a concert, so I know I shouldn't consider that for extra points, but it will sprinkle on some extra points. As much as I love Midwest Indigo, this is a very easy round for me to give to Car Radio. It's now 3-1 Vessel. Car Radio is amazing. It's perfect. It's one of my favorite 21 Pilots songs ever again. Definitely in the top 10, probably in the top 5. Now here I put The Craving versus House of Gold, as they're both like love songs to an extent. You know, one's for Jenna, his wife, and one's for his mom. So that's different, but I felt like these songs are similar vibes. Of course, this is the album version of The Craving, so it is the slower, more ukulele heavy one. And I think that just matchups better with House of Gold than any other song. The Craving. Excellent writing, beautiful singing, one of the most emotional songs he's ever written, and you can hear it even just in his voice when he's singing. I think this song is honestly one of the best written songs he's made. I think this is probably the best song he's written for Jenna. It just doesn't have the same punch. If this was the single version, I think it beats a lot of the love songs he's made, you know? But the album version, it is a different vibe, and we have to acknowledge that. And then we have House of Gold, which of course is written for his mother. This also feels like another classic one. Just hearing that first intro with the ukulele, you know what song this is. Singing sounds great. I love the scream at the end and it all comes together. The lyrics are phenomenal on this one. It's such a sweet song. This one's pretty close, but I do think nothing really surpasses that emotion of The Craving. I'm going to give it to The Craving. It's going to be 3-2. Vessel's still in the lead. This one was really tough. All of these have been insanely tough. I think the easiest one so far was the Car Radio one. But it's 3-2. This is a close one. Routines in the Night versus Semi-Automatic. This is a fun matchup. I think Semi-Automatic's a very underrated song off of Vessel. And Routines in the Night is obviously one of the biggest on Clancy. Routines in the Night, super good lyrics. I think it's one of the more lore-heavy songs on this album, which is also important. The chorus is insanely catchy. Verses are incredible. I love his flow on the second verse. I'm sure I've mentioned all these things in my other video, but I gotta mention them again when we're doing these videos. I think Routines in the Night has a super, super good punch to it. Routines in the Night is one of the strongest songs on Clancy, and that's all you really gotta say about it. It's phenomenal. I love the backing vocals at the end of this song. Like, it's a very complete, full song. And then we have Semi-Automatic, which lyrically, very good. I love the rap verses. I love the chorus. I love when he breaks down and it goes into this big chorus. And I don't know. I think the writing on this one's super, super good. It's definitely an underrated song on Vessel. I don't see this one super high up on people's list. And I get why, because Vessel's just so full of standouts. But no matter how good these songs both are, I'm going to have to give it to Routines in the Night. Vignette versus Screen is also interesting. Feels a little bit like a weird matchup, but I did what I could here. Vignette, amazing song. Absolutely love it. Singing is great. Love the high-pitched vocals. Love the instrumental with the hard-hitting drums. I love the verses. I love the flow on this song. His rapping sounds terrific. I could go on and on about Vignette. I think it's amazing. It's one of my new favorite 21 Pilot songs as of late. And then we have a song like Screen, which is just, it's a classic. It really is. And they're bringing it back during live shows, and it's hitting all the feel buttons. Lyrics are top tier. We're broken people, of course, one of the most iconic things they've ever said. Instrumental is just classic. Like, this instrumental is stuck in my head sometimes. So, Screen is another classic. This matchup's super tough. I am going to give it to Vignette. I think Screen is definitely a more important, very lyric-heavy, meaningful song. But if I had to choose to listen between Screen and Vignette, I'm picking Vignette. I think Vignette's awesome. I think it's a great sounding song. This one was super tough. I know there's a lot of Screen lovers out there, so I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That now gives Clancy a 4-3 lead. And then we have Lavish versus the Run and Go. Another weird matchup, but it's here. Lavish, one of the lower rated songs on Clancy. I believe it is the lowest rated song on Clancy. I don't care. I love this song. Defend It Till I Die. Chorus, I love the chorus. His voice sounds super, super good to me. We have to mention the music video being like the greatest music video of all time. The verses are so much fun, even if you don't think they're saying a lot. They kind of are. Don't look it up. It's crazy. Anyways, even though the verses are super out there, they're so much fun. You can't tell me you don't listen to the verses on Lavish and have a good time. They're super enjoyable, super unique, just a good time. You can tell they were absolutely vibing when making the song. He sounds super confident. I think this song's awesome. I think it's so fun to just have in the track list. And then we have the Run and Go, which is also pretty lowly rated on Vessel, which surprises me. I know there's some Run and Go haters out there. I've always loved the Run and Go. This matchup, though, I feel is very fair because I know they're lower on people's rankings for these albums. The Run and Go, I think the instrumental's a lot of fun. I think the drum hits are amazing. I do enjoy the lyrics a lot on this one. I think they're deeper than we even give it credit for. I'm pretty sure Tyler's grandpa said this was his favorite song. I think this song gets overhated. I think it's so underrated. I don't know why it gets the hate that it does. Maybe someone in the comments can explain. These two are both very much like in the same category for me and how much I like them. But I do think I'm going to give it to the Run and Go. And I know there's some haters out there on the Run and Go, but I also think there's some haters out there on Lavish. It's a close matchup. I'm giving it to the Run and Go, okay? It's going to tie the score up. Oh man. This list does not get easier. Navigating versus Guns for Hands. Oh Lord, have mercy on my soul. Now we'll start with Navigating. One of my favorite songs off of Clancy. It's an absolute banger. Instrumental is so rocking. This is the most like rock heavy song they've made. I think the lyrics are honestly great. Super deep meanings. Especially in that last verse talking about how everyone leaves. I think it's like honestly just steps this song up to a whole new level for me. And of course just that big outro. Oh my goodness, this song. I could yap about this song forever. I think it's fantastic. I was freaking out when I heard this song. And then we have a song like Guns for Hands, which is just unbelievable. Another classic on this album. They used to close with this song during live sets before Trees, and it's just iconic. Now lyrically, I must admit, this song feels more important than Navigating. Instrumental is great on this one. Singing is great on this one. I love the chorus. Like I said, the lyrics are great, and that includes in the rap verses. I think the rap verses are iconic. Absolutely iconic. So fun to rap along to. This song feels so complete and so epic, and it is one of the best 21 Pilot songs to date. I again would say this is probably a top 10, top 15 21 Pilot song for me ever, and I'm still going to give the win to Navigating. Navigating is my favorite song on Clancy, okay? I think it's legendary. I think it's one of the best songs they've ever made, like full-on songs, and it's just so enjoyable. Guns for Hands, I feel, is a more important song, but I feel the better song and the song that I'd rather listen to is Navigating, and This one was tough. I'm so sorry. If I could give this one a draw, I would, but I don't do the draw thing here, even though I think it would really help out in situations like this. Before we get any further in this video, I would just like to thank you guys so much for all the support lately. I've honestly been overwhelmed with all the support. There's been so many comments and so much interaction. My subscribers have been going up like crazy, and it really means the world to me. I know it's just a number and I don't play into that stuff very much. I'm just making what I like to make. But seeing people are enjoying what I'm making really makes me happy, because these videos do take a lot of time and I do put a lot of effort into them, and I'm hoping I can just keep getting better and better. I've been way more active with content lately, and it's been a great time, so thank you guys so much. If you're new here and you're enjoying the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I would really love to have you around and stick around for more videos in the future. If you haven't checked out some of my older videos, I've done things like reacting to Clancy, ranking the songs on Clancy, and of course his album battles in the past. So yeah, if you want to check those out, feel free. Thank you so much. Let's get back into the video. It is currently 5-4 Clancy, and I am skipping Snapback as I didn't know where to match that one up against. So now we're moving on to Oldie Station versus Trees. Okay, Oldie Station. It is one of the slower songs here. This song, I've mentioned this in every video I've made, and I'll keep mentioning it because it is growing on me every second. I think this song is amazing. It's so sweet, lyrically super important. The instrumental's nothing crazy, but it's definitely easy to vibe with, and I don't think you need a big instrumental for a song that has writing like this. I think it's one of the best written songs on Clancy. It's very honest. It gives you a perspective in Tyler's mind and like where he's at in life. That last verse is just the most adorable thing ever, but also so, like, it makes you sad, but it makes you so happy. It's a very conflicting thing. I think this song's going to be so fun to scream along to at concerts. This song will never will I give it a bad word. Like, it's so good. It's amazing. It is running into trees, though, which is, like, debatably the best 21 Pilots song of all time. Close with it at shows. The vibe to this one's just unmatched. The energy is unreal. Lyrically super good. Instrumentally, it pops off. It actually pops off. This song feels like such a moment of freedom and success. Trees is winning this. I don't need to say anything else. Trees is winning. Although I love Oldie Station, it just runs into some pretty tough matchups. And Trees is the toughest matchup. I think Trees would beat pretty much every song here. So yeah, Trees gets the win. It's now what, 5-5? Here I have At the Risk of Feeling Dumb versus Fake You Out. Oh goodness. At the Risk of Feeling Dumb, another one of my favorites off Clancy. This one feels like one of the most Vessel heavy songs on Clancy. It's super Vessel vibes. Say that 5 times fast. I love the instrumental. Drums are really rocking on this one. Verses are super important. The lyrics are amazing. Again, Vessel vibes. I love how it breaks down into like this heavy rock song. My god, just the way this song makes me feel is hard to explain. I can't believe we got a song like this from 21 Pilots in the year 2024. And I mean that in the best way. It's definitely one of my favorites on Clancy. This song means a lot to me already, and I know it's just going to age super well for me. And then we have a song like Fake You Out, which is just a classic. The guitar, are you kidding me? This song's super catchy. Instrumentally, amazing. Lyrically, amazing. It's addicting. I love the breakdown to this song. I know they brought it back for a live show in Columbus, Ohio, and it was just iconic. There's nothing bad I can say about Fake You Out. The problem is, I think At the Risk of Feeling Dumb just means so much to me personally that I am going to give it the win. And it's so close. This is a really close round. And I get if you like Fake You Out better. I think it's more iconic, but Clancy's just so fresh. This one kind of hurt. But it is going to be 6-5 in favor of Clancy now. We have one song left. What am I going to do if this is a draw? I guess we'll have to find out. Let's head to the final song. Vessel needs one to tie. And if Clancy can pull off this last song, they get the win. The final song. Paladin Straight versus Truce. Two very important songs, two different vibes. Paladin Straight is more like epic, as it should be for this storyline. I think the way the song starts with the ukulele, I did not expect it. I think his singing sounds great. I think the vocal layering sounds great. I think when the drums finally kick in, it's bone chilling. It literally gives me the chills. Although I know that gap of silence is a little bit rough in an actual listening experience, I do think it's very important, and I honestly don't mind it. And then when it comes back with that ukulele and they mention the banditos and Nico and everything, song's awesome. Some people find the ending to be cheesy, and as much as I understand that, I don't care. This is a fun story to follow. Paladin Strait, I think, is a phenomenal closer. I think it's a perfect closer for Clancy. I'm excited to see what comes up with that. Then we have Truce, which is super just stripped back song. Piano, Tyler, heartbreaking lyrics, powerful lyrics, iconic lyrics. This song is such a perfect outro for Vessel, and as much as I adore this song, Paladin Strait is getting the win. I think this song does more for me. Truce is definitely an important song. It's iconic. It's so important. I am going to give it to Paladin though. I think Paladin is just so epic. I think it's such a moment of triumph. It feels like a victory lap almost. But of course we get captured by Nico, and we'll see what happens with that. Both of these albums are iconic. I love them both so much, and I'm so thankful for both of them. Vessel, I do think, is more iconic and more important for a lot of people, but Clancy's also so new that give it a couple years, maybe it'll surpass, you know? So if you disagree now, that's fine. Let's see in a couple years how it ages for everyone. I do think Clancy's slightly better in quality, although I think Vessel has the more legendary moments. They're both fantastic, and it was super hard to rank. If you disagreed, I totally get it. Let me know how you'd rank yours in the comments below. Thank you for sitting through this video. Check out my other album battles if you haven't. Once again, thank you so much for all the support. It's really, it's mind-boggling that all these people are watching my videos. I can't even put into words. So thank you. If you're new here, like, comment, subscribe. I would love to show my mom my subscriber count, and she would maybe talk to me for the first time in years. Gonna try to make more content. I have seen comments asking me to do a Skilled and Icy versus Clancy album battle. If that's something you're interested in, let me know. I don't think it would be as close as a lot of these, but just let me know and we'll figure it out. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys later. I need to go shower or something. Goodbye.